Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter from your English 1 textbook, chapter number 12, that is the story of Sinbad the Sailor. Before moving to the chapter, let us learn some word meaning. See, porter means a person who carries luggage and other goods for payment. Mansion means a grand house with many rooms. Dwelling means residence, place where one lives. Toil means do physical labor. Inherit means be left something, usually by one's parents. Voyages means travel to distant place, usually by ship. Merchant means wholesale traders of a specific types of goods. Fit out a ship means buy cargo and other necessities for a trading ship. Plung means dive. Floundering means splashing about. Clear? These are the word meanings. Now let us move to the chapter. Every day a poor porter named Hindbad carried heavy load from one end of the city to other. One evening, as he was going home after a hard day's work, he came upon a beautiful tree-lined street. He saw a beautiful tree-lined street which led to splendid mansion. Splendid mansion. Mansion means, here as I told you, a grand house with many rooms. He made enquiries and was told that the house belonged to Sinbad, the famous sailor. So he saw the beautiful house and he started to ask people whose house belonged to. Then he came to know the house belonged to Sinbad, the famous sailor. Hindbad looked at the grand house in envy and exclaimed loudly. What he exclaimed? He exclaimed that how unfair fate is. I toil many hours. I toil many hours means I do physical labor many hours and could hardly feed my family. And then Sinbad, who spends his riches freely and enjoys every pleasure. As he was walking, a servant came out and said, "Come." The servant said, "Come, my master wishes to speak with you." Who was the servant's master? Sinbad. And whom he asked to come inside? Hindbad. Soon Hindbad stood before a grey-haired and respectable looking man with a kind face. When the servant called him, he went to Sinbad and he saw a grey-haired and respectable looking man with a kind face. Clear? This was Sinbad. The poor porter. Who was the poor porter? Hindbad. Hindbad was the poor porter, felt afraid. He got scared. But Sinbad welcomed him and invited him to have a meal. He was scared, but Sinbad welcomed him and asked him for a meal. When they had finished eating, after finishing, Sinbad told the porter that he had overheard his words. Sinbad told that he had heard whatever he told. Sinbad said, "The riches you see around you are not gift of fate." Sinbad said this to Hindbad that the riches you see around you are not gift of fate. Let me tell you about my voyages. Sinbad is telling this to Hindbad. He said, "Let me tell you about my voyages." Voyages means travel to distant place, usually by ship. And you shall see that I earned by hardship and danger in my life. When I was young, Sinbad was saying this to Hindbad that when he was young, he spent his father's money foolishly on pleasure and sport. Fortunately, I realized the error of my ways and decided to earn an honest living. Before, when he was small, he used to waste his parents' money. Fortunately, he realized the error of his way and he decided to earn in an honest way. I had heard that merchants who trade by sea earned good profit. Okay. Sinbad heard that the merchants who traded by sea earned good profit. I applied to several ships and then he applied to several ships. Captains and was asked to join a group that was fitting out a ship jointly. I used what money was left to pay my share. Then whatever money was left with him, he used all that to pay his share. We had been sitting for several days when the wind fell and the ship stood swaying gently in the calm sea. As we were near a small island, as Sinbad and many other people, those who used to work as a merchant, what they did, they stood swaying gently in the calm sea. As we were near a small island, some of us decided to go to ashore. They were standing near a small island and some of them decided to go to ashore. We had barely sat on the island when it began to tremble and shake. When the island began to tremble and shake, at first we thought it was an earthquake. When it was shaking, at first they thought it was an earthquake. You can imagine our amazement and fear when we saw an island that was a huge monster. So they were scared, they were frightened because before they thought it was an earthquake, but when they saw that there was a huge monster on the island, the beast plunged into the sea and my companions were left floundering. As I told you, plunge means dive. So the beast dived into the sea and my companions were left floundering means splashing about. His friends were splashing about in the water. I was the most unfortunate of all. As he was saying that he was the most unfortunate one. I was still on the monster back. He was on the monster's back. When it dived underwater, I managed to swim back to the surface. When the monster dived underwater, he managed to swim back to the surface. But the ship had sailed away. Okay? That is why he said he was the most unfortunate one. As because when he managed to swim back to the surface, the ship had sailed away. My companions were gone. His companions, those who came with him to that island, they had also gone. I assumed that they had been picked up by the ship. He was assuming that they had been picked up by the ship. They had left me to mercy of the sea. All night I was tossed about by the waves. All night he was tossed by the waves. At last a great wave dashed me ashore an island. At last a great wave dashed Sinbad ashore an island, more dead than alive. I was found by some horsemen who took care of me. That means some horsemen took care of him when he was dashed ashore on an island. They came here to train horse for the king. If they hadn't seen me, I would surely have died. As Sinbad was saying that there were some horsemen who came to train horse for the king. When they saw him, then what they did? They had rescued him. I would surely have died, as no one lived on the part of the island. The horseman took me to the king. The horseman took him to the king, who invited me to stay in the capital until such time as I could get a ship to take me home. Clear? The horseman took him to the king, who invited him to stay in the capital until such time as he could get a ship to take home. Some weeks later, I heard a trading ship had arrived. After some weeks, he heard that a trading ship had arrived. I ran to harbor and could hardly believe my eyes. He ran to harbor and could hardly believe that when I saw it was the same one I had sailed on. The captain and the merchants greeted me joyfully. The captain and other merchants greeted him joyfully, for they had feared. I had drowned at sea. I relate my adventures, and the captain returned to me my share of cargo. I chose from it some of the most valuable pieces as present for the king, and sold the remainders for a good sum of money. At length, after sailing to other island, the ship returned to our native land, where I received by my family with great joy. When Sinbad finished his story, it was evening. He presented, that means he gave a gift to Sinbad, a purse of 10 silver coins, and asked him to visit again the next day. He gave purse of 10 silver coins, and he asked Sinbad to visit him again the next day to listen to the stories of his other voyages. This story is adapted from the Arabian Nights. So, my dear students, the moral of the story is hard work is only the key to success. Thank you.